These bouts are sanctioned and regulated by the California State Athletic Commission, Chief Inspector Nicole Bowles, your Commissioner Peter Villegas, Executive Officer Mr. Andy Foster, your timekeeper this evening, Elaine Jojola, your ringside physicians Dr. Gary Furness and Dr. Diego Agende, your judges at ringside Michael Guinona, Dan Stell, Daniel Bogley, and Mark Reyes. And your referees this evening, Paul Quintello, Mark Reyes, Dan Stell, and David Shirley. This show is presented by Action Pro Gear. And now, please welcome our first professional fighter, Jesse Lezama.
Jesse Lezama here in his fight night at the Tech debut. Long-awaited opportunity. We'll see if this young man can capture it. He's been all energy all week long. 5-1 as an amateur, incredibly successful and decorated career. Brings a forward-facing style. Lezama, not a guy that likes to wait on the outside or counter. He is all offense, all pressure, right from the get-go. And on a big platform like this, there is high stakes involved. You get to set the tone for the evening. First fight of the night. Some would say most important fight of the night. Lezama spoke about the coaching ahead of this camp and said that sharpening the tools is what the focus has been for the last 5-6 weeks. I asked him what specifically he's gotten better in, and he just said everywhere. I'm expecting I'm expecting a fired up Jesse Lezama here at the fight night at the Tech. When I asked him about his opponent, he really didn't have much to say. He said he's familiar with his foe, but is not all that interested in what he brings to the ring here tonight. More so concerned with the tools, the abilities, the skills that he himself possesses. Here he is. Fight night at the Tech gets underway. Lezama first to one.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Demetri
Demetri Georgiades, representing South Africa here. It is his professional MMA debut as well. 2-2 as an amateur, so less experience, more balanced on the record, which to me is a positive sign. I want guys that have the losses, have the setbacks, the defeats as an amateur, so that when they do become professionals, they've tasted that loss. They have experienced the setback, and what I like to say, the set up for future successes. In terms of skill set, he brings in a very high-level grappling background. Wrestling is the bread and butter. I'm sure we'll see some takedowns tonight. Like Jesse sort of mentioned when I asked Demetri about Lezama, he said, I'm not that concerned. I know what I have to do to get this victory, and that is all I am focused on in my professional debut. He did highlight that the excitement was at an all-time high. This has been a long time coming for this young man representing South Africa, Georgiades du Plessis, reigning the UFC middleweight divisions. Maybe Demetri will be the next mixed martial artist in that lineup. It all starts here in California. Fight night at the Tech, the professional debut for the wrestler by trade, South African by country. Over the ropes, it's Demetri Georgiades. We take it to a quick tail of the tape for our first fight of the night between Jesse Lezama and Demetri Georgiades. Pro debuts on both sides. 4 years younger is Demetri. He will have a 3-inch height advantage. Both guys came in at the welterweight limit. 3 rounds of MMA action. We send it inside to Golden Garrett Fertig.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome once again to Fight Night at the Tech. We begin our main card this evening here in San Jose, California, with 3 5-minute rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first, the blue corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 169.8 pounds. As an amateur, his record stood at 4-1, with 3 of his 4 wins coming by submission. He enters tonight making his professional debut, representing El Nino Trail fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet, 5 inches tall, weighing 170.6 pounds, 2-2 as an amateur. Tonight, he makes his professional debut, representing Crystal BJJ and Power Brothers, originally from Cape Town, South Africa. He fights out of San Francisco, California, Demetri Georgiades. Referee for opening main card, Paul Botello.
Paul Botello, third man inside for our first fight of the night. Demetri Georgiades and Jesse Lezama kick things off in the welterweight division. Southpaw from Lezama, orthodox for Demetri. Nice entries there. Good circling from Georgiades. Right hand floors Lezama. Jesse Lezama now gets tripped immediately in a horrible position early in round number 1. Georgiades full mount, looking to potentially put a stamp on this pro debut. Rear naked choke. Lezama struggling to fight it, now working his way to the ropes. Oh, Demetri's got it locked in. Could be all over here in round number 1. Georgiades now adjusting the grip. Lezama doing a good job to survive. 2-on-1 for Jesse Lezama as he begins to mount his way back to the feet, but easier said than done. Paul Botello really above the action here in this first round of 3. But if you're Demetri Georgiades, this is exactly where you want this fight to play out. Lezama once again alleviating the pressure, putting the taller man through the ropes. The South African having a sterling silver start to his professional MMA career. Stand up from Botello. We'll see if the cobwebs have been cleared from Lezama as he gets stung with another right hand. Demetri simply cannot miss with the cross as he connects once again. The southpaw, wayward kick. Now just eating shots from the taller South African, who goes for another trip, ends up at an advantageous spot. Nice whizzer from Lezama to try and get back to the feet, but he is just cloistered up in the ropes as he almost falls through him. Botello with the separation. Midway through round number 1, Demetri Georgiades having the pro debut of a lifetime, already a knockdown. Lots of control time and a big advantage in the striking department. Lezama once again gets his head knocked backwards. Oh! Lezama floored, and he is done. Demetri Georgiades absolutely clears the Hayward native with a brilliant pro debut. Done in 1 for the South African. High expectations for Demetri Georgiades. If he can fight like that every single time, we'll see you standing next to Dricus du Plessis in just a few short years. Unreal. Lezama couldn't get out of the way of the right hand all night long, and unfortunately for him, suffers a big TKO setback in his pro debut. Tonight belongs to the South African by trade, Californian by home. Just a gorgeous effort from Demetri.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Paul Botello steps in and waves off the bout. Official time of 2 minutes, 24 seconds of the very first